Right, guys, if we look at the world now, we can see the map of the world, and most of us know where the different continents are. So if we look to the south, we can see Australasia, we can see Africa, and we can see South America. If we look to the north, we can see, and across the equator, we can see Asia, we can see Europe, and we can see North America. And we can also understand where Antarctica is. But if we look at this, then we're wondering, which biomes where. So as we go through, hopefully this will equate to what you already think of. This will make you understand things. So if we look at boreal or the forest, so there's that belt across that green belt, which is the taiga forest. If we look at the rainforest, we can see that that's almost like a belt that's gone across just to the south of the equator. If we then think of the temperate forest, so the type of forest that we'd get in our country as a temperate location, we can see that that goes to the south of the boreal forest, but to the north of the equator in general, but then also to the south of the equator, but not really cutting within the equator. Okay, if we look at the savanna, then that does link quite closely to the equator, although a lot of southern Africa has elements which are savanna as well. The grassland we can see now it's quite a light color, but that cuts across a lot of the equator area. The tundra then we see to the north of the boreal forest. The desert, if we put that on, we cut through a vast swathe of northern Africa with desert, but also elements of southern Africa in countries such as Namibia, and then down to the southwest of our map in Australasia. And then if we look at the ice, we can see that is the southerly elements of the Earth and the northerly elements of Greenland, which is the large island to the north, which is to become ice covered. That's useful to know so we understand where each element is within our map. If we look now, we're going to think about what you're being asked to do this week. Now, the first task you've got is you're going to get your map to look like this. You're also going to get a world map that looks like that. Your world map hopefully will print of high enough quality, or certainly be enlargeable of high enough quality, or if not, hopefully you can have a Google somewhere at home. And what you've got to do is try and use this map to identify some countries within the different biomes. So if I look here, I can see to the north of Africa, I can see that location. So if I draw my line, always a straight edge, so you get your ruler. If you've got to use a pen, use a pen. If you've got a pencil, even better. And a nice straight line drawn to it, and then a label that is Senegal. So I can look on my world map, my political map, and I can locate now that the desert element or the part, a country within the desert biome of Africa is Senegal. What I'd like you to do is locate at least one country for each biome, but ideally two or three. So try and label the biome map that you've got with the countries that are located within those different biomes. It's really just a way of exploring our map and becoming more familiar with the locations of the different countries. That's your first task as geographers. Your second task, guys, is a bit of a kind of classification task. So you're going to see that you've got a Venn diagram. The first one you've got is about rainforest and grasslands. And you're going to identify that Australia has, if you look on your maps that you originally had, that Australia has both rainforest and grasslands in. You're also then going to see that Gabon only has rainforest, it doesn't have grasslands. You're going to see that USA has grasslands but doesn't have rainforest. And then you're going to try and classify where our countries would be. So if you could try and put two or three in each of the circles for grasslands and rainforest, and then your second Venn diagram, you're going to decide how you label your two loops. So whether you label one with savanna and one with desert, or you label one with temperate forest and one with rainforest. And then you locate which countries might have one biome within them, might have another biome within them, or maybe some of the larger countries have more than one biome within them. If you look at, for example, North America, you can, and so within the continent of North America and within specifically the country of America, you can see that the USA has many biomes within it. You can see the same in Brazil and Australia. So these larger land masses and these larger countries have multiple biomes within one country. And you're going to try and do that as a classification of where the different biomes are on the political map of the world. Right, guys, and thank you very much for engaging with our geography lesson this week. I look forward to seeing you all soon, and I look forward to seeing lots of labelled and annotated maps sent in via the normal route on the Tuesday and on the Thursday. Thanks for that, guys. See you soon.